On behalf of all Americans, I offer a toast to the eternal friendship of our people, the vitality of our nations, and to the long-cherished and truly remarkable reign of Her Majesty, the Queen.
Let's turn to Karl Rove, former Deputy Chief of Staff for George W. Bush, and was with the former president when he met with the Queen. So, Karl, tell us what that was like behind the scenes with the Queen.
Well, President Bush was the second American president to be invited by a British monarch to stay at Buckingham Palace. And in November of 2003, he went there for almost a week. And she was a wonderful host. And more importantly, she was a remarkable leader for 7 decades, the symbol of the United Kingdom, and an important advocate of Western values, the values that are at the heart of Britain and at the heart of the United States. But it was actually, she was a wonderful hostess. I had the best, better than any hotel room I've ever had. My room was located right next to the center room, which the balcony is where the royal family appears when they go out and wave. They're at the center room. I did, however, participate in almost creating an international dispute between the United States and Great Britain by an unintentional faux pas. The morning we were supposed to depart, they'd sent over a diplomatic official from the embassy to say, okay, we're going to have a departure ceremony, and the president and the first lady will go first, and then the 5 aides who are in the Buckingham Palace with the president. You're going to walk across a short stage. You will say the following words to the Queen and her consort. She will offer you a gift, a memento. You say, thank you, Mom, and then walk on by. And remember, there are 100 cameras, and don't make a scene. Well, the morning when I got up to get dressed, my valet, Philippa Steinkamp, offered, had laid out my clothes, but somewhere between the dryer and Buckingham Palace, one of my balled-up socks had made good its escape, so I only had one sock. And this was going to be a problem because it was visible that I only had one sock. I attempted, they gave us a military aide, Major Duckworth Chad, and he said, well, I'd be happy to give you my socks. I'd take off my boots and give you my socks, but they are white, and that created a problem. I ran downstairs. You saw the Queen walking up the stairs. They're called the Georgian stairs. I'm running down them. Yeah, that's my foot right there, yeah. my naked foot. And I went to the president's apartment and said to his valet, Sam, who traveled with him, can I borrow a pair of the president's socks? He said, I just sent the president's luggage to the plane 15 minutes ago. I went back upstairs to the center room. We had about 10 minutes to go before the departure ceremony. I thought about not going to the ceremony, and Major Duckworth Chad said, you've got to go, you've got to go. And at that moment, in walked Philippa Steinkamp and the rest of the valets with a giant tray with a giant conch on top of it, and one of them said, on behalf of Her Majesty the Queen, the Commonwealth, and it is our privilege to prepare you with a pair of the royal socks. And underneath the clutch was a pair of socks. And 5 minutes later, I'm walking out of Buckingham Palace. Thank you, Queen. Wonderful socks. But
socks were under the clutch.
Under the clutch, yeah. This was a remarkable person, and if you were merely in her presence, you understood the serenity, the power, the love of her country, the love of the special relationship that Great Britain has with the United States, and what a remarkable figure of stability she was for not only her kingdom, but for our entire relationship in the Western world.
Thank you for your beautiful words and your very entertaining story. Karl Rove, always on the precipice of causing an international incident.
Exactly.